Hello, everyone, and welcome to CSL March Madness. My name is Chris Messer, and today we're going to be doing the round of 8, day 1, and I'm joined by my lovely co-caster, Ferguson Mitchell. Ferg, how are you?
Hey man, I am doing great. I am super excited because not only is this the very first day of CSL March Madness, we've got plenty of great competition here throughout the month of March, going into April, and then we'll be in the playoffs. At the same time, of course, EU doing their own thing. They got a big bracket of 64 teams out there, and we got League of Legends going on in addition. So great college action right now, and we're kicking it off today, right now, and we're bringing you guys UC Davis and, oh my gosh, University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, UMN. I'm excited.
I am so excited, and obviously, we are in Heart of the Swarm. CSL Grand Finals, was a great success. What an awesome story that was, and now here we are in a brand new game. A different format, but all the teams are very excited to hop into it. And for our second match for tonight, we do have San Jose State University going up against Ohio State. So that should also be a great match. The format is best of 5 guys, so it's not super long matches. And when we come back, we're going to be hopping into UC Davis. There's a pretty stacked lineup. Spanishiwa is actually back in it, and UNM Twin Cities is going to be our first one there.
Yep, so we'll be right back after our break, but of course, a huge shout-out to our 2 sponsors, NCIX and Raid Call. Of course, if you join the Raid Call group 1111 or search for Collegiate Star League, you can come talk to us. We'll be trying to answer questions and stuff during the break, so come on and join us, and we'll be back after this short break.
Communication is always vital when competing in tournaments. Winning a match requires perfect coordination. You cannot win by yourself.
Raid Call. Communication for winners.
Alright guys, and we are hopping into the very first game of CSL March Madness, spawning here in the bottom right. Representing UC Davis as our Teal Terran, it's going to be T-Beezy. And spawning over in the bottom left on Newkirk District, it's going to be our Purple Terran, representing University of Minnesota Twin Cities. Igmatic. So it is going to be a TVT here on Newkirk to start things off in the heart of Swarm, Ferg. And, TVT, as we saw at MLG and, and other places, has been an incredibly fun matchup to watch.
Yeah, I mean, in Heart of the Swarm, of course, there's so many different options that people haven't explored yet and different strategies. I'm really excited to see what happens. But first, I got to give a shout out. I was not able to do this at all last season. I am from UC Davis. I started the club of esports at UC Davis, so I'm super excited just to be casting these guys. TBZ, I'm great friends with. I've seen him get better and better. Originally, playing with Dopa, and then Spanishiwa came over to our team. So I'm going to be rooting for UC Davis, but I will try not to. I will try to give UMN their due because they're a great team as well.
Yeah, no, they definitely are a great team. I happened to exchange some words with the coordinator today, and these guys have been playing together since 2010, actually, which isn't really that common in a CSL team. People graduating, coming in and out, but these guys have been a pretty tight-knit group for years now. They've gone to MLGs together. They've, done all of the esports nerd stuff that you guys really just want to do as a team, and it's really great to see that a CSL team was able to stick together that long. And these guys even have their own little profiles on the website for their team, so it's really cool to see that. Even some of the lesser known teams have a lot of efforts put into their esports scene.
Yeah, and really quick, if you guys are just tuning in, you can join the raid call group 1111. The casters will be answering questions, and of course, if you're part of a CSL team, feel free to get your school set up there. We have lots of different groups, so come and join us. But man, I'm so excited right now. This TVT, I mean, it looks very similar right now. Of course, both one gas, one refinery, both going Reapers. And Reapers, of course, are a lot different in Heart of the Swarm than they were in Wings of Liberty.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Reapers now with that regen and that increased speed makes it a very strong opening. You see it in all three matchups, really, and players are starting to figure out when exactly or how many Reapers are effective. And, just one for scouting is going to be good in a lot of cases. So we do see a deviation right now. TBZ is actually going to get the quicker factory here. And Ferg, I mean, I know that you mentioned how good these guys are, but TBZ is very good. During beta, he actually was able to play against Lenok on ladder, and I was lucky enough to cast that game, and he actually beat Lenok on ladder, so that's how good this guy is. So Igmatic is definitely going to have his work cut out for him, but either way, I'm very excited to see these two guys duke it out.
Yeah, and actually I do have big news because as a friend of TBZ, of course, I followed his trials through Wings of Liberty. He was always super close to getting into Grandmaster, but it either never clicked or he was like studying or something during the week that it launched. Just this week, he was accepted into Grandmaster. So he is a newly crowned Grandmaster on the Heart of the Swarm ladder. Huge shout out to that guy. But right now, he's scouting in here. He is going to start poking away at that SCV on the command center. It's going to deny it. That is
right
huge.
before it finishes. Yeah, I mean, definitely nice. Definitely nice. Luckily, Igmatic definitely catches onto it right away. If you think that command center finishes, or you think that building finishes and it just sits there for a while, that's when it becomes a big issue, and that has happened. But in this case, Igmatic is very quick to respond. A Masters player as well, so he is definitely no slouch, and he's going to put up a pretty solid fight here. TBZ's command center is now finishing up as well. And, he's just a little bit behind on, that orbital command finishing up. So Igmatic has a little bit of an economic edge, and he's actually going for triple CC. So that's pretty badass. And Widowmine's now out on the field as well.
Yeah, I mean, pretty gutsy. TBZ, though, he has double Widowmines already out, and he has his first medevac already coming out. So great stuff, man. I mean, the medevac has that boost. The Widowmines, of course.
Igmatic is going right into Widowmines. He might actually catch Widowmine right in the
face.
And there is one that goes off the Reapers.
Widowmines. He tries to damage it. That's not going to do too much. That's a lot of damage. How much damage is that, Chris?
The Widowmine's attack does a lot of damage. I'm actually trying to click on right now. I forget how much it does.
I think I just saw it's like 135, plus it's got some splash on there.
It's 125, And it's plus 35 for shields, and that, of course, was for specifically TVP only to one-shot oracles and stalkers. And splash damage is about 40. So, I mean, right now a lot of people are talking about the Widowmine, of course. But drop by TBZ might get caught
he's
by
moved the medevac right in. It does not do enough damage to kill, though, and he's got Widowmines dropping in the mineral line. This is not good. Oh my gosh.
He gets away, though. He gets away. It is forcing a lot of mining time, though, off of the expansion, and that's all TBZ really wants to accomplish. If he kills SCVs right now, that's a huge bonus, but what he wants to do right now is force scans and force SCVs off the line, and that's what he's doing. TBZ now throwing down his third command center, and he's probably feeling pretty comfortable with how this is going.
Yeah, and he's just dropping Widow Mines all over the base. Right now, Enigmatic is kind of on the back foot. There is a Widow Mine just hanging out in the natural here of Enigmatic, but he should be able to pick it off, and there's one flying around on this medevac. Medevac, of course, going super speedy.
Super speedy, doing the Vin Diesel, as Caldor said.
Yeah. Oh no, this another Widow Mine here in the back. Will it catch? I think it will. Oh my gosh, all of those red SCVs, but only 2 kills on that one Widow Mine, so nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
He will definitely want to clean this up. Is he moving to? Slowly. Of course,
it's just
this is
tough.
A very long.
You know?
Yeah, 40-second cooldown. Not going to be too crazy right now, but I think TBZ definitely has established a nice lead for himself.
Yeah, without turrets, without a Raven, you have to rely on just scans, and you know it is tough to take out 2 to 3 Widow Mines spread out. So TBZ doing a great job, kind of stressing out Igmatic, stressing his multitasking, and his energy on his orbital commands. And now, I mean, his supply is not too far ahead if we look at the unit counting station. Not that far ahead in SCVs either. So I mean, the game is definitely not slipped away from Igmatic, but TBZ has a slight lead right now.
Yeah, what I really want to stress is the upgrade lead right now. TBZ has double engineering base crumping out, and he also has twice the number of barracks, so he's going to have a lot more production coming out. So he's even for now, but he's going to start really pulling ahead as the game continues. He has his third orbital command now complete as well to tie up with Enigmatic's count. I really like this kind of opening right now. He really utilized those Widow Mines to, make himself safe. I don't think Enigmatic has really pushed in aside from those initial Reapers.
Yeah, I mean, TBZ has absolutely kept him on the back foot this entire time, and now we do see Igmatic, you know, just trying to get out combat shields and trying to get out, you know, hopefully some more production in the near future, but just now throwing down his E-Bays, and that's really where he's hurting. Like you were saying, the upgrades, and of course his production is also not up to TBZ's par. You know, he's just been too stressed out, and now you can even see he's getting supply blocked a little bit here. And TBZ's now taking his third base, and this is where the macro starts to, you know, have that avalanche effect, and TBZ is just going to start skyrocketing in supply, whereas Igmatic is going to be kind of stagnant.
Yeah, and you can see this is starting to really pull ahead. TBZ finishing up that armory. In addition to unlocking Tier 2 upgrades for his bio, he'll also be able to pump out those Hellbats, which are super cool units. They're my favorite units, I think, in the expansion.
Really?
Yeah, they're just like, I don't know, I miss Firebats, man.
I mean,
they're so
friendly. I haven't honestly seen that much use of the Hellbat. I think I mean, it was obviously very popular in TVZ, but honestly, that medevac nerf where now you can only have 2 Hellbats inside of a medevac, I haven't seen them as much, I will admit, but I think they will come in TVP and in TVZ. TVT, though, I think they will have limited use. TBZ is actually kind of poking around the map here. He's going to catch this little pack of Marines from Igmatic, and I feel like TBZ is just kind of all over this game right now.
Yeah, he did not finish combat shields, though, which is an interesting little tidbit. Maybe why he didn't do so well in that engagement trying to pick off those Marines. But it's okay, because he's going to start pressuring this 30. He's going to have to watch out. There are double Widow Mines right here. He's going to...
And he might walk right into them.
This siege tank...
Oh, wow.
My gosh. Yeah, that's a lot of damage right there. But TBZ still has 2 more siege tanks. Be able to set up a nice contain if he wants. Scanning to check to make sure there's no more Widow Mines there. This is going to be This is going to be a dance. This is going to be one of those TVT dances where they slowly try to push into each other's weaknesses. Never mind. TBZ says, yeah, the dance he will be doing will be the dance where you run around your opponent and slap him in the butt. because that's exactly what he's doing. He's going to try to drop these in the natural, and I kind of like that decision. Of course, the speed medevacs will be able to back out, but really, this entire army's here at the third. So
All
this
he has
drop,
to do is get a siege
yeah,
down.
and there it is.
So now Igmatic is kind of caught between a rock and a hard place.
Immediately lifting, right decision. He just lost a couple SCVs. But this is going to be tough. Where does he expand to? Does he expand way up to the north?
Oh, here he goes. He's actually going to try and crush this contain, and using the SCVs is definitely nice, but at the same time, Igmatic has lost a lot of SCVs in cleaning this up. So TBZ saves the medevac, saves some of the Marines, only loses 2 tanks, and I mean, throughout the course of this game, he's killed 29 of Igmatic's workers, so he's feeling pretty good about it.
At the same time, a drop in the main is doing a lot more damage. Right now, TBZ is up by 30 SCVs, and he's picking away at the armory. Will not be able to get it down unless it burns down, but that's okay. Dropping again in the back of the natural. These poor SCVs, man.
Poor SCVs. Igmatic is now...
So much. Oh, he's going to pick off a tank as well, and then he's just going to run away with the 1 medevac. That's a lot of damage, though. He's almost 100 supply up, and you can see all of these...
Look at that mini-map.
Yeah. All these production facilities have been working that entire time while he was macroing around those 3 medevacs.
Yeah.
And oh no, do not lose tanks to simply unstimmed Marines. But right now, this is not looking good.
I was wondering where
I was going with that.
Going. Yeah, where the was going.
Unstimmed
Marines.
Just TPZ taking a third. Yeah, opposed to, oh my gosh, a big engagement here. TBZ pushing in, cleaning up all the Marines. His Marines are taking a lot of damage, but he just has enough numbers to clean up everything, taking out the SCVs. He will be taking down this orbital command. It doesn't look good for UMN. UC Davis might be taking a very solid first lead here in
TBZ,
CSL.
man.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Just playing a clean-cut macro game. There was no gimmicks. There was nothing fancy. It was just straight-up play. GGs do go down. TBZ, showing why he's Grandmaster, showing why he was able to take game off of Leanock on ladder. I mean, the guy is just really good. So, a quick and solid first win. It's going to go to UC Davis. And when we come back, we will be hopping into Game 2 of this Best of 5 series. Just want to thank our sponsors, RaidCall and NCIX, once again. And
really quick, I mean, you guys can join us in Raid Call Group 1111. We're hanging out in the lobby. We'll be chatting with you guys during the break. And don't forget, this is not the only qualifier for the CSL playoffs. We have Qualifier 2 in 2 weekends, and signups are open right now on cstarleague.com. So go check it out. Join us on Raid Call, and we'll be right back with you with game number 2.